Hi guys, it's Kat. Sorry for my voice. I'm kind of just at the tail end of a cold and my voice has all of a sudden gone weird. And I've just finished filming a tutorial for my beauty channel, which is why I have like super dramatic makeup. But anyway, so this week's topic is supposed to be, oh my goodness, I have hair everywhere. It's supposed to be traveling with your toddler. I haven't really traveled with either of the boys yet. We went on a road trip when Isaac was like 6 months old. So I have a hair in my eye. Anyway, so I haven't really had much experience with traveling, and that was kind of a really crazy whirlwind trip. So unfortunately I can't really give much tips on traveling. So I thought instead I would do my tips on heading out of the house with a toddler and a baby. That heading out of the house has proven to be the hardest part about having two kids under 2. I mean, I'm really lucky that my boys are so well behaved that it's not a huge issue, but it definitely makes things really hard, especially if I'm heading out by myself. So I thought I would share with you guys some tips that I have found useful and have just kind of learnt from experience, really. So the best thing that I can say if you're heading out of the house, I'm so sorry that I'm like playing with my eye. I've got a really annoying hair that's like tickling my eye and it's driving me insane. Anyway, so my top thing, and this is probably the most important thing for having 2 kitties going out of the house, both of them need supervision all the time, is to plan ahead. Get their bags packed the night before. If you know you're going to be going out the next day, get their bags packed the night before. Make sure that there's nappies, change of clothes, snacks for your toddler, all that kind of stuff already packed and ready to go. So that way, you know, especially if you're heading out quite early in the morning, that way you're not running around crazy trying to get your toddler fed. Hang on. Okay, Eli's joining us. Oh, tag. Yeah, so that way you're not running around crazy in the morning trying to get their bags packed. It's just not something that you need to be doing. In terms of also planning ahead, I like to plan my outings. So if I know that, I mean, generally Isaac will have a sleep around 1 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So what I will do is I will try to plan, let's say I'm just going out to the shops, I will try to plan to come home at around that time, so that way he falls asleep in the car and I can put him down for a nap when we get home. It just makes it easier for me, firstly for me to have some free time, and he's pretty well behaved when we're out, so it doesn't really bother me if he doesn't sleep. So I would rather head out, have him awake and enjoying the time that we're out, and then sleep on the way home. I also try to plan my trips around, or plan my outings around Eli's feeds. So if you're breastfeeding or even if you're bottle feeding, I like to feed Eli before we go out, so that way I have a good 4 hours of time to be able to enjoy the time that we're out, if you know what I mean, without having to find somewhere to feed. That said, I do still try to go to places where there's a place that I feel comfortable breastfeeding, or if you're bottle feeding, try and go to a place where there's somewhere that you can prepare a bottle. It just makes it so much easier if your baby needs a feed. I know Eli will sometimes have a feed in between his normal feeds, so it's kind of handy just to have a place where I know I'm going to feel comfortable. That said, if I am out with family, every so often on a Sunday we will meet my mum and dad at a shopping centre, I will like put on a wrap over the top of me and I will just feed Eli as we're walking around. So that part doesn't bother me too much, but if I'm out by myself, I can't be pushing around a pram and trying to feed Eli at the same time. So it's always handy to go somewhere where you know that there's going to be somewhere that you're going to be able to feed them. One product that has helped me so much heading out with both of the boys is a baby carrier. I have one of the baby born ones, but I mean obviously you could use anything, like you could use one of the baby slings or even make one yourself. But for me, grocery shopping is so much easier. If I have to go do the grocery shopping by myself, it's so easy to have Eli in the sling and have Isaac in the trolley or shopping cart, I know you guys call it, and that way he can just do what he wants in the trolley, and I have my hands free to be able to get groceries. That said about shopping, I prefer not to do the shopping by myself, just because it's easier to have someone else there. So me and my husband do try to plan our shopping so that we do it on the weekend. So I guess if you have someone that you're able to go shopping with, you know, even if it's a family member, if you don't have a partner readily available to you, or they're just not available to, you know, if they work long hours or whatever, even if it's just a family member or a friend that you can say, hey, do you mind coming and doing the shopping with me? It just makes it so much easier. In terms of packing to head out with your toddler and baby, I do like to have separate bags for both of them. So I have an actual baby bag for Eli. Got it vomited on me. I have an actual baby bag for Eli, and then I just like to take a little backpack for Isaac. Obviously he doesn't need as much things as he did when he was younger, so I have a little backpack that I just kind of put his nappies in and his snacks in, and maybe a change of clothes. That way if he needs something, I know exactly where it is, and I'm not trying to fish around in the baby bag and keep an eye on both of them. I know it's in the bag, and he knows it's in the bag as well, so he can always, depending on where we are, just grab it. Oh, what else? I guess too, just making sure that you're prepared depending on where you're going, with snacks and toys for your toddler in particular. Oh, let me drop the dummy. It's gone. Yeah, just being prepared in that sense so that you're not really caught unawares with nothing for your toddler to eat, and drink too. Make sure you have like a really good non-spill bottle for your toddler. Yeah, and I guess that's it. Mainly the thing is just being prepared and planning ahead for your trips. I know sometimes you do end up running out of the house with not much preparation. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful, guys, and I will see you next week. Bye.